playoff. 4 keys to an Alabama win. 1. Score touchdowns in the red zone. Yes, scoring touchdowns is a key for Alabama, as it is for Georgia. To take that one step further, a major factor for success is to convert red zone trips into touchdowns, which to date has been an issue for the Tide. Only once this year in games against Football Bowl Subdivision competition has Alabama converted each of his trips to the red zone into touchdowns, in a 66-3 win against Mississippi. In its past 2 games, Alabama has capped just 2 of its 5 red zone stops with touchdowns. Though the title game is unlikely to resemble the Georgia-Oklahoma Rose Bowl, let alone the Tide's recent championship games against Clemson, every opportunity to turn an extended drive into 6 points is crucial. 2. Spread the football. Receiver Calvin Ridley, 59 receptions for 935 yards, has done the heavy lifting for the passing game. Entering Monday, the junior accounts for roughly a third of the team's total receptions and almost 40% of the team's total passing yards. Georgia is aware. So it's important that Alabama find a way to branch out on passing downs, locating a secondary target who might not carry a huge load but can find a gap downfield to surprise a defensive backfield keen on Ridley as the Tide's primary option. Woken column, a warning, college football could be headed into a ditch. More, Georgia vs. Alabama for college football playoff title, who has the edge? More, college football playoff. 4 keys to a Georgia win. 3. Feed Damian Harris. Saban and offensive coordinator Brian Daboll have a full and crowded room of running backs, with 6 backs gaining more than 100 yards for the season, and Hurts, 804 yards rushing, adds another aspect to the Alabama ground game. But the offense works best when leaning on junior Damian Harris as the lead back and using backups such as Bo Scarborough and Josh Jacobs in secondary roles. Here's a fact to consider, Alabama is 12-0 when Harris earns at least 10 carries. Relying on Harris and Hurts to do the work on early downs would allow the Tide to roll out a fresh Scarborough to bruise and bully the Georgia defense. 4. Make Fromm into a freshman. Alabama's #1 goal on defense shouldn't be to stop Georgia's running game, since that's an unreachable goal even for the nation's top defense. Instead, the Tide need to focus on turning Fromm into what he really is, a true freshman starting on the biggest stage in college sports. Good luck. Fromm has improved on a weekly basis, culminating in superb performances in recent wins against Auburn and Oklahoma, and shouldn't be cowed by the challenge of lining up across from the Crimson Tide. But the Tide can still make him uncomfortable by putting the Bulldogs into unmanageable third down conversions and getting pressure on the pocket. It can be done, and Alabama needs to get it done in order to win another national title.